All right, so I'm gonna do another quick video. Just got off work. So word on the street is that the New York trial is coming to an end for R. Kelly, and there could be the defense resting their case, and then the jury getting instructions probably as early as this coming Thursday. And who knows? We could potentially have a verdict by this Friday before the weekend even starts. So, what I want to say is that, and this is just something that's been on my mind. If R. Kelly ends up being convicted, it won't be because there was evidence, there was true evidence to, support that he was running a RICO enterprise, blah, 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 blah. That's not going to be the reason. And this is just my honest, this is how I see it. Doesn't mean that it is true, but I believe that if he does get convicted, it's going to be because the jury was compromised. They were tainted, and in some even potentially even paid off, because I don't see any reason that a sane untainted jury would convict him. I really don't see that. So I'm not trying to put any type of negative vibes out in the air or whatnot, but I'm just saying, if he does get convicted, that would be the reason that I believe so. And then that would be in addition to what, all of these reports is out there saying what Judge Ann Donnelly is doing. Because there are so many reports out there saying that she jumps in and she interrupts Canick on cross-examination, like right when he's about to get good with dealing with the witness. She jumps in and cuts in on his cross-examination, or she's jumping in and she's asking the witness questions that she should not be asking. That's Canick's job. She's having too many sidebars in which she's bringing Canick and the prosecution up that's being discussed out of earshot of everybody else in the courtroom. She's granting particular motions to the prosecution where she's allowing too much fluff into the courtroom. She seems very biased. So, and who knows, she could potentially be giving the jury certain types of instructions that contribute to R. Kelly getting an unfair trial. Like, for example, Jane Doe number 5. A lot of people said that her testimony was so problematic and inconsistent that the judge was considering impeaching her as a witness. However, if the judge goes to the jury and says, hey, you can disregard her testimony, so regardless of whatever you heard of the witness while she was on the witness stand, you can disregard either all or part of her testimony. That's something that can affect R. Kelly negatively, because this was the prosecution witness. So if she's getting on the stand and she's giving a type of testimony that's so problematic for the prosecution that it helps R. Kelly, but you as the judge turn around and instruct the jury, well, you can disregard all of it or part of it, that's going to hurt R. Kelly. That's not fair. And this is regardless of whether the judge has the authority to do that. Just because you have the authority to do something doesn't mean that you should do it, especially if it, ends up impacting the defendant in terms of a violation of their constitutional rights. So I think it would be a combination of the jury being tainted, compromised, and potentially somebody paid off, along with the antics of the judge that would contribute to R. Kelly getting convicted. The government has they spent a lot of money on this. They've invested a lot, and clearly they only want R. Kelly. You can tell based off the fact that if Jane Doe number 5 is on the stand and she's implicating her parents into the mix, saying things like her mother was texting R. Kelly, impersonating her, meaning the mom was acting as if she was Jane Doe number 5 when she was texting R. Kelly. And then when R. Kelly was asking her in text, is she 18? And the mother is responding back, yes, she's 18. That's letting you know that the parents had something to do with why Jane Doe number 5 was with R. Kelly. So if she's claiming that she lied to R. Kelly about her age, and then her mother, who impersonated her through text, lied to R. Kelly and said she was 18 years old, but then the judge turns around and say, well, no, the parents are not on trial here. The parents can't consent for Jane Doe number 5. That's letting it be known that despite any type of criminal acts that the parents have committed, that's just the government letting it be known that we're not interested in. We just want R. Kelly. So to me, that's, in a way, that's like a violation of his constitutional rights to due process and a fair trial as well. Because if you got accusers and witnesses that are committing crimes in order to get connected with him, and then, you know, those acts are just ignored by the government, you know, that's real flaw. I mean, that's very flawed. So just want you to keep that in mind. You know, I wish the best for him. You know, I don't think that the prosecution proved their case. I think it failed miserably, you know, but I didn't really think that Bill Cosby was going to end up being convicted in that second trial, but he did. And he ended up having to go through, you know, quite a bit of discomfort, you know, trying to appeal that conviction. So yeah, he ended up getting it overturned, but you know, that took a very long time. And unlike R. Kelly, he didn't have any other cases that he had to deal with, at least criminally, when his conviction got overturned. R. Kelly, he doesn't have that luxury. So he can't afford to be, you know, convicted in this case. He can't afford that. So best wishes to the brother. Wanted to give you guys a little update. Have a good one. Like and subscribe, share it, and I'm out.